Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about the topic of equipment planning. We all know that when in the hospital during healthcare, hospital is a healthcare institution. They are providing the healthcare services. When we are providing the efficient healthcare delivery, uh, the equipments should be maintained in a proper manner, and the equipment it should be upgraded to the latest version. So when we are purchasing the equipment, so as a manager or the concerned person, they have to purchase the latest version, and it should be relevant to the technologies. So it is one of the big process to purchase the different medical equipments relevant to the hospitals. We all know that it is a one vital component. The medical equipment, it is a vital component because it relevant to the patient's healthcare delivery services. So here we are going to discuss the process of the equipment, how they are purchased, because how they are putting the quotation, how they are purchased, how they are doing the commissioning, and after the commissioning, how they are integrating the equipments. From the one of the survey, among the total percent of 40% of the total project cost, the medical equipment it occupies the 20% of the cost. And 20% of the remaining cost it will be spent for mechanical and electrical related equipments. Here the persons, different persons belongs to the hospital. They are responsible for the equipment purchase. First person, the clinical managers, they have to determine the items of equipment necessary when we are commissioning the hospital. Next, architect, they are going to finalize that the equipments that we have to build in the different location of the partitioning places. For example, what are the electrical equipments are, they have to decide that this equipment will be placed here, this equipment will be placed here. He only designs the place where the exact place it is going to adopt it. Next, the engineer only decides the latest, he only give the specification of the latest equipments and the latest version of the medical equipments. And the equipment planner, the equipment planner may be a vendor unit, and they are going to do the commissioning and the integration of the new medical equipments that are purchased at the hospital. Next, equipment classification. Here it is classified as a loose medical, both loose medical and non-medical equipment. Loose medical equipment means here the equipment it can be displaced to some other places. For example, the furniture automatically located to some other places in the required cases. But non-loose medical equipment means once the equipment is fixed means it cannot be replaced at any cost. For example, CT machine, computer tomography machine, it can be fixed. Here it is classified as a group 1, group 2, group 3 and group 4 equipments. The group 1 it is relevant to mechanical and electrical work and supplied by the contractor. The group 2 also same, but it is supplied by the client. Group 3 it is a plug and play equipment, as like what is one the equipments that are removable. Example, it is ultrasound machine, ventilator. These equipments are it is movable, having the mobility. Fourth one is it is non-removable equipments. Next, with the classification of fixed medical equipment and loose medical equipment. Fixed medical equipment, for example, already I said the computer tomography machine, it is fixed on this single allocated area so that it cannot be removable. Some other example is given: hydrotherapy pools, audiometry testing chambers, imaging equipments, and some of the dental chairs. And loose medical equipment means it is a plug and play device. That means we can remove from the one place and it can be displaced to some other place. Some of the examples already we have discussed. And the process involved with the equipment planning, sir. First one is equipment scope identification. Second one is project approval. Third one is pre-implementation. Fourth one is implementation. Fifth one is construction. Sixth one is testing and commissioning. Seventh one is uh, after that we have to handing over the equipment to the hospital and post construction technique. In this equipment scope identification, they are going to discuss what are the requirements for the hospital. Next, the project approved by the administrative office of the hospital. He may be a CEO or some governance board. Next, pre-implementation. Okay, pre-implementation means in the ground level they are going to do the work. Okay, what are the cost of the equipment? Then they are going to decide the purchase of the equipment. After that they are going to implementation. Next, construction. Construction level they are doing the some purchase. Okay, they are doing the they are making the approval for the purchase of the equipment. After the testing and commissioning. Testing and commissioning means here once the equipment it is installed means they are going to from the vendor side or from the equipment supply side, and they are going to make the acceptance test for whether the given installed equipment it is functioning or not in the required specification. Next, handing over the equipment to the equipment inventory. Inventory means the who is going to use the equipment at the regular level, the technician or some radiograph unit persons. Post construction level, the maintenance we are doing, because maintenance level they are regularly they are doing the maintenance checkup. For example, in the month of 3 months once or 6 months once or yearly once they are doing the maintenance checkup for the post construction. That's all about the equipment planning process. Thank you, students.